everybody, with the recent changes to bartering on Black Desert, you might be wondering how to get into bartering, and I will show you right now how I go through a barter route. First off, I will be using my Etheria Carrick right here. It is a Carrick Valor. It is kind of upgraded, so it does have a decent amount of speed to it, which does make my barter route a lot faster. But we're going to start right now at Ilia Island. This is where I like to start all of my barters. The reason I do that is because Ilia Island is very affordable for storage, and this is where I keep all of my barter goods. You can see here, the island offers a ton of different options that you can get storage cheap and efficiently, so I highly recommend starting your barter routes and storing your barter items right on Ilia Island. From there, we're going to go to the Wharf Manager, which is located right here as soon as you dock right on the island, and we're going to go ahead and click Wharf. From there, you want to check your ship stats. So first off, I want to make sure that my sailors are on board. Sailors provide stats to your ship. They let your ship go faster. And if you are on a smaller boat, like a sailboat or a Galleus or one of the ships that are not a Carrick, you would want to go with Innocent Sailors, which will allow you to speed up your barter route and make it a little less painful. If you're running at something like 105% speed, it'll take a very long time to get your barters done. We're going to be doing today, I think, at 160% speed because we are not running our full mana setup for this route. But I want to make sure that I have all of my sailors on board and that they are all fed and ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and click that, make sure that none of them need to be fed, just like workers, and we are then going to check our ship. We're going to buy some supplies to make sure we have full rations on our ship, and we are now ready to barter. We're going to go back to the Wharf Manager here, and we're going to click Load Cargo. From there, if you are new to bartering, you click Barter Information below here, and it'll bring up the barter menu. From there, you can see you have Parlay. Now you start with 1 million Parlay. I have done one barter so far, which was right here at Ilia Island. And each barter costs a certain amount of Parlay. The higher your barter rank, the less Parlay it is going to be required to make each individual barter. Now the recent changes to bartering have allowed you to do more barters per route. So this used to be 4 barters, it's now 6 barters, all the way down to the base barters, which is where you're going to start if you are brand new to bartering, is up to 10 from 6, which will use more Parlay, but it will also let you barter way faster, and you're not going to spend all day bartering like you were before. Now, if you are brand new to bartering, like I was saying, you're going to start with the normal barters here. These are items you can buy right from the central market or have your workers collect, and you can exchange them for Tier 1 barter goods. Those Tier 1 barter goods can then be exchanged for Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4, and finally Tier 5 barter goods. The other thing that we're going to be exchanging for is crow coins. Crow coins are the sea currency of Black Desert, and they can only be acquired by doing either quests or by farming special monster zones and exchanging items for crow coins and bartering. So barter goods can be directly exchanged for crow coins, and you want to always do this. You want to get as many crow coins as possible because those are going to be vital in the upgrade of your ship. So I will go ahead and I will start loading my barter goods. Here you can see I have decided to take the Tier 5 barters for crow coins of the islands that are located in the inner sea, and those are Halmid, Kushina, Durko, and Hakoven. Hakoven is always going to be your best barter for crow coins. It's usually up to 500 crow coins. Now, it is very far away, so some people will not take the Hakoven barter if it's less than 100 crow coins, and that's something that you need to decide. I also tend to not do the deep sea barters unless they're over 200 crow coins, because they are pretty far away. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to load the 4 items we need for those islands that are located within the mappable region, and then I like to kind of min-max a little bit on my barter routes, and I will start to load in items that are for Tier 4 to Tier 5. So as you can see here, each of these items has a weight limit of 1,000, and you can see our ship weight limit here is 20k. So I can have up to basically 20 of these items on my boat at any given time. So I went ahead and I have loaded the first 2 onto the route, and I've loaded my 4 items. From there, it's just a matter of pathing to your islands. I like to start with the crow coin barters first and then work my way back towards the inside of the sea. But I will show you the barter menu real quick. So when you reach a barter location, like Ilia Island, a icon will pop up on your screen, usually on the right-hand side, and you'll go ahead and click that. From there, you'll be given 4 more options: barter, supply, explore, and depart. From barter, if you click that, that's how you do your barter exchange, where you see your tier 5 goods. You can exchange it for your tier 4 goods. You can exchange for your tier 5 goods, and you can either exchange or exchange once. It'll use your parlay, and you're ready to go. You can also see here how much LT you're going to add, and this is important because if your ship goes overweight, just like it does on land, you'll start to move slower. The other option here is supply. Now, I don't use this option very much because there's actually a better way to refuel your ship while you're at sea, so I don't use this option, and instead I use Explore, which is on cooldown at the moment, and I'll show you guys later how that works. But the Explore option is super useful when you are looking to get either Aquilus flowers, which are used for your Knoll upgrade, or if you are looking to get quests to add additional ship materials or crow coins. So we're going to go ahead and depart, and then we're going to start sailing out. From here, pathing is super easy. What I like to do here is I open up the barter menu, which is located here. And if you don't know where your barter menu is, just go ahead into your search bar, type in barter. You'll have barter information, which is located under the life tab. You can click that, and then you'll see everything pop up here with your exchanges. If you go to crow coin, and then we click the first island that we'd like to go to, which I like to go to the farthest island out first, I'll click Hackavin Island, and you can see there's a navigational point able to be selected. You click your navigational point, and then you just hit T, and your boat will begin to autopath towards the island. Other options you can check is breezy sail. Now, if you're going to select the breezy sail option, I do have a suggestion of going into your map here, clicking on the navigation settings below, and clicking short route and smooth. That tends to keep you from getting stuck on small things and islands along the way, and it makes your autopathing just a little bit easier. Now, the great part about bartering is it's somewhat passive activity, so because of the amount of time it takes to sail between barter points, you could actually do this while you're either working or answering emails, or you're doing other things around like cleaning the house or things like that. That's what I like to do when I'm bartering. So you can do this kind of passively, and you can watch just to make sure that you haven't gotten stuck on something along the way, or that you haven't reached your barter destination. But beyond that, super easy. We'll just go ahead and we'll path now to Hackavin Island. Okay, we are approaching Hackavin Island finally. It's a bit of a journey out here. This is the farthest away island of the inner ocean. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to do our first crow coin exchange for a whopping 450 crow coins, which is massive. So we're going to hit anchor, we're going to hit barter to start your barter exchange. You'll see, oh, it's 460, even better than I thought. So we have an offer for a level 5 item that we have on our ship in possession, and we are going to get 464 crow coins for this barter, which will take away 1000 LT, as well as consume parlay of 32,000, which is quite a lot, and I would say definitely worth it though for this amount of crow coins. So we're going to go ahead and exchange that. Then we're going to head and we're going to hit explore to see if we get a new quest pop up, and we actually got a pirate extermination seal, which can be used to turn in for boat upgrades. So we're going to head and confirm that and click depart. From there, we're just going to back our ship up and we're going to plot our path to the next island. You'll notice now if we go to crow coins, you'll see I've clicked hide barter routes. It'll show us that we are able to go to the next island. And let's take a look at what that is. If we go here, we zoom in. Our next island is Durko Island. So we're going to go ahead and click barter, and we're going to click Durko Island. You're then going to start pathing again and head out to our next barter spot. I've gone ahead and completed my Crow Coin barters, and now I'm going to get ready to go to my next barter location, which is my Tier 5 barters. If I go ahead and I open up my barter menu one more time, I'm going to go from Crow Coin barters to Tier 4, Tier 5 barters. I'm going to select the sort by location function, which is located right here, sort my location, and find the location closest to me, which is Pujar Island. I'm going to click Path Navigate and click T to autopath to that island. I'm going to complete my 2 Tier 5 barters and meet you guys back on Ilia Island, where we can talk about how to barter up from a lower tier to a higher tier to complete your barter routes. Now that we've made it safely back to Ilia Island, let's talk about how you make profit from bartering, as well as how we go from a lower tier item to a higher tier item. So we're going to head right back over to the wharf manager located right here, hit wharf and load cargo. Now I personally like to keep about 8 of each item on hand, so what's remaining here is my profit from the first barter route. I'm going to go ahead and click the item, then I'm going to click shop and sell that. You're going to do that until you have no more items left on your ship. Now, if you are on a shy or something with a little bit higher LT, you probably won't have to do this one at a time, but unfortunately I do, because I am only able to hold one of the Tier 5 barter items, which is 1000 LT, at a time. So once I'm done that, I'm going to go ahead and load cargo once more. Now, here is my problem that I'm facing. I need 6 of these items right here in order to complete this barter. So I'm going to go to Ilia Island and check my storage, and oh no, I only have 4 of those, so I need to restock. What I would do is I would go to the next tier down, which is level 3 to level 4, and I look for that item. Okay, it shows me right here if I use 3 of these level 3 items, I can get times 2 of these items, which would give me a total whopping 20 of those items, which is what I'm going to do for that exchange. So let's go ahead and find those items right here, select 10 of them, which brings me up to 1200 LT. Now here's what we need to keep in mind. We need to look at the weight. Now this is 900 and this is 1000 times 2. So by taking these, it's going to put me at approximately 20,000 LT, which is the max weight of our ship. So we're only able to complete one exchange on this barter route, or we will face having our ship going much slower and have to crawl our way back to Ilia Island, which is what we don't want to do. So you have to be very careful about LT when you're trading up. You can do this on any level of things. So we can go all the way from a normal tier 1 item. Let's take this Barua Island lead ore, for example. I could take 10 exchanges of 500 lead ore to get 10 rake flowers. I would then go to level 2 from level 1, and I would take those same rake flowers to Arita Island and get the direct exchange for a level 2 Navarro sea cucumber. Going from level 2, I would go to Lerouve Island, I don't know if I'm saying that one correctly, and take 10 exchanges to double my exchanges for these level 3 weasel leather coats. Going from level 3 to level 4, I would go to Riyadh Island with my weasel leather coats and get green salt lamps. And finally take those green salt lamps to Paddock Island and get my Portrait of Ancients, which is my top level 5 barter item. Then you can use that for crow coins or various other items. So it's pretty simple in how you barter. You just need to be very careful about your weight, as we discussed before, and make sure that you are being efficient with the amount of parlay that you have available. One last thing to go over is the available quests that you can get daily for bartering. One of them is from the wharf manager right here on Ilia Island. If I go to quests, I can get my daily barter quest right here. Click through, he will give us a low quality barter good, which is a tier 1 barter good, as well as a compass part, so we'll go ahead and accept that. And the other quest that you can get for bartering daily is all the way up here at the wharf manager in Aquila's Eye, which will again give you some low quality barter goods or some basic sailing experience, which is located right here. You can also get the 2 sailing quests from these 2 NPCs as well, which will help you rank up your sailing and give you more mastery, which allows you to sail faster. So from there, I would just complete my barter route using my remaining parlay until it got to 0 and go to barter refresh. From there, I have options where I can do another trade item refresh. You can see it has a 4-hour cooldown and uses 20 points. I have a total of 100 points to use for the day, or 150 points, I'm sorry, to use for the day. So I could refresh this a few times. Now, you can only do this every 4 hours, so you have to wait in between or reduce cooldown using remaining parlay. The other option is a ship material refresh, which is the same in theory, but you use barter items in order to exchange for ship upgrade materials. So I hope this was helpful in learning how to barter. If you guys have any questions, you can definitely put it below in my comments. And I hope to see all of you guys out there on the sea trying bartering for the first time.